Troubled.
Emotional. Edgy.
Name.
Awkward.
Grumpy.
Energetic.
Rebellious.
Snarky.
School is a place where we can acquire a lot: education, behavior rules, relationships, and more. But what goes with those things mentioned before? Fear, stress, tiredness, pressure. Are those enough though? Well, if you had to describe one child in one word, this would be anxiety. We know that they're wrecked. We go to school every day, having to study for everything, tests, projects, and by heart. You know, we're not machines to learn those about. We are trying hard to be evaluated with grades. Is this fair enough? And teachers call our parents at home to complain about us, but they don't call them to congratulate them if we're good at last. Parents try to spare us to go with private lessons after class because they expect more things from us to be done. But no one gets in our shoes to think about us. We're just children who expect them to understand. So you still think the teenage years are just easy, right?
But the same means something happening to millions of people all around the world every day. It's similar to bullying, and unfortunately, no one can put an end to it. The only thing that victims can do is to accept their bodies and imperfections. Right? You don't need to be ashamed of your body, whether you are thin or plump. Don't engage at changing it, just be the normal or classy person like others who think that they are. Accept your body. You must look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you are beautiful. Seriously, start loving yourself and admire all of your imperfections. Nobody's perfect. Talk to someone, talk to your family or to someone who wants to. Tell them how you feel and if they're the reason of your emotional breakdown. Ask them to stop. They have to understand you. Do something for you. Do things that make you feel great. Anything that makes you happy. Don't be part of social media. The only thing that social media can offer is depression. It's all about marketing stereotypes. You deserve more than this. You are important. And if nobody sees that yet, then you must show them who you really are. This is you, your body, and it's not wrong. Society is the only one to blame.
Teenage years can be characterized by many adjectives and sometimes followed by adverbs. Teenage years can also be characterized by a big variety of vibes, adventures, or moments. These years are a unique opportunity life gives you and have to be spent the right way, and basically in a positive way. On the other hand, positivity is something very general and has many aspects. For example, many kids don't have the opportunity to spend these years this way, I mean the positive way. So we have to try to spend these years with the best friends, with our best company, spend quality time with our families, and all the stuff that makes our life better. So the question is, can we do this? Can we enjoy our lives as teenagers? And I remember now, one of my favorite artists said that killing a vibe should be a crime.
If you ask me why I think being a teenager is hard, it's because of the pressure people exert on you. You have to deal with so many important things. For instance, what your interests are. What do you want to study? If you like boys, girls, both, or none. If you answered, I don't know, believe me, you'll never actually know. We have to make decisions that demand experience, and at the age of 17, we have none. That's why it's more than okay to make mistakes. You can try again in any case. Just because your parents are a doctor doesn't make you one. The fact that you have grown up as a straight person and you may have met some homophobic ones in your life doesn't mean that finding interest on another gender is any less normal. You just need to give yourself time. Everybody has to, especially us. Our personalities are about to get formed, and we have to let them do it. Who can tell me what's accepted by Mother Nature and what's not? Raise your hand if you've ever felt any different. Well, just let it be. It's not that bad.
Addiction is a brain disorder characterized by compulsive engagement in rewarding stimuli. Psychologically speaking, addiction to substances or social media can have a huge impact on one. Thankfully, the use of addictive substances during adolescence is a quite rare phenomenon. Teenagers use these substances mostly to relieve stress, to have fun, or sometimes even experiment. However, the use of drugs can have a detrimental effect on the development of one's brain. As a result, the risk of accidents, suicide, and serious health conditions is increased. Social media addiction could be considered as one of the most widespread addictions among teenagers. They get unsociable, they have weakened family relationships. It could be said that they have a sort of emotional connection with social media.
Groups of friends can cause harm to teenagers by what is so-called peer pressure. It's basically the pressure that teens exert to each other. That is things like getting somebody to smoke, forcing them to go to places they disapprove of, or even getting them to commit a crime. Peer pressure is a big trouble to every kid. It creates a lot of problems, and it's really sad to see kids being forced by their own friends. Peer pressure can harm a teenager's character and health. You have to question yourself if it is all worth it. Is all the harm worth the friendship you get from that? But even if you're forced from your friends, you have to always remember, following the crowd is easy. Standing alone is the difficult part.
When a kid grows up and becomes a teenager, a variety of things start working in our minds. We are thinking about love, if we are ready to love someone as teens. Also, some of us are scared even to try to have a relationship, because most of the times someone ends up with a broken heart. My point of view here is that love is something beautiful, something that we don't have to be afraid of, even if we are adults or teenagers. I know in teenage years love might be hard, but it will always be the years that everyone has their first love. Some first loves ended up together or they never talked again. It has both sides. At least Beatles were right. Love is all you need, and all you need is love. That matters in all ages.
Despite emotional stress, despite our family problems,
Despite peer pressure,
Despite negativity.
Despite school problems,
despite body shaming,
Despite addictions,
in the end, we are just teenagers.